Yeah, I mean this is different.
So
We have stage managers now.
yeah. Episode 5.
Is it on?
Yeah, we're live.
It's on? Alright guys. This is Talking Shit with Seth and Earl. I'm not Earl.
I'm not Seth.
Here we go.
Episode 5.
Episode 5. So, Earl, tell us. We have already decimated 80, 90%
90% of podcasts.
Do the background research on us here.
So I was checking out some podcast stats on Google. Yeah, I came across this statistic. It said 90% of podcasts fail after the first 3 episodes. They don't have an episode 4. We already have an episode 4 lined up, and this is episode 5.
That's right. We beat 90% of you fucks out there.
Yep. So you 3 guys.
You 3 guys, we love you.
Yeah, that's how it is. You know?
Now, I'm sure that you have probably heard some odd noises in the background right now. So my fiance is currently sitting behind the scenes, and Earl's wife is also sitting behind the scenes, and they are giggling. They are now our stage managers. We had our own little system. It worked. It was good and everything. Now they changed it up.
Now we got microphones.
We got microphones.
60 frames per second.
We have a background circle thing with a light on it. I don't know.
It's no longer just 2 guys talking shit.
It's 2 guys talking shit with monitors.
So
yeah, you can hear them. You can hear them.
That's all.
But hey, I promise you, we're not going to hold anything back. You might hear, "Hey, that's not nice," or "Hey, that's not fair." We don't fucking care.
Yeah.
We're going to do it the way we've always done it.
We're just going to talk shit, right?
Just a little bit of toxic masculinity, just for you boys out there.
So
in
the YouTube. Well, to update everybody on the podcast stats, on Spotify we have 3 Spotify followers, so those 3 guys again.
Fucking right, you 3 guys are great.
Yep, killing it. And then also on YouTube we have 4 subscribers, so we're doing even better. You 4 guys.
That's it.
Yeah.
But it's always going to be you 3 though.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna say anyway. But we mean you 4 guys, or maybe there's a girl. Or maybe not, Anyway, the Spotify stats, 85% male, 10% unspecified, 5% non-binary, and 0% female.
All right, let's quit stroking everybody's ego here, okay? So we got a question on...
Yes, on YouTube.
On YouTube. Or not really a question. They were asking us to do something. So what was it early?
I'll read the comment. It was... 1 second, bear with us. We are prepared but unprepared. Okay, it was Ryan Kemp 8890 who said, a future discussion about both your thoughts on the movie industry would be a good one as well.
Well, first off, I love movies. I like watching. I touched base on the cool one I watched the other day, The Best of Enemies. I would say that's a really good one. Gives some good background on civil rights issues. Also, the actors are pretty cool. But yeah, and just in general, I love them. Action, comedy, romance, drama. Sometimes even some foreign movies, as long as they got English like dub over, I'm cool with that. But sorry, go ahead, Earl. What were you
said say? Best of Enemies. That's that one where everyone sat down to eat, right?
Yeah, everyone sat down to eat together, so that was pretty cool. Yeah. But I think movies are great. I think it's a good thing to, like we touched base. It's good to share moments with your friends and your family, stuff like that. Just bringing people together. I love it. I think it's great. I do think there's a lot of shit out there right now that's pushing towards an agenda that I don't personally care for. So I just don't watch that shit. But outside of that, it's pretty cool. I think he was pushing more towards like the Harvey Weinstein shit, though.
Well,
I think that's what he was getting at. Because like, who asks a question like, "Oh, do you like movies?" Yes, I like movies. Do you like air? Yes, I like air. Like, no. He had a reason behind what he was asking.
He said like the movie industry. I think
like the movie industry. So yeah,
like as a whole. But what were you getting at?
He's getting towards like the Harvey Weinstein, like the cancel culture, the like. Probably a liberal agenda. Disney, yes. Yeah. Disney's pushing their shit. So I'll say this. You guys, I mean, you three guys that have been watching this, you know that um, my thoughts on like family and just generally outlook on like way you should live your life. I think there's a lot of people in the movie industry that are doing some bad shit. Um, I think the cancel culture, the inspiration behind it, um, the people guys like Harvey Weinstein, like yeah, the fuckheads in this world that are ruining it for all of us. Um, I think there's a lot of them in there. I think it becomes more prevalent when you make more money. The more money you have, the more easy it is for you to forget about your values. So I think that there is a lot of people involved in that are doing bad things, and I think it's unfortunate. I do. I really think that it's not good that people are you know doing those things, and unfortunately, they're in control of a good portion of it. But that's this is a generalization. I'll throw it over to Earl. What his thoughts are.
If you like Disney movies, watch your Disney movies. I'm staying away from. I don't really watch the Disney movies anymore. I don't really watch the Marvel movies anymore. I used to go to the movies. I used to go to the theater, watch the Marvel movies, but then I've just kind of stepped back. I think the only thing we talked about that Deadpool DC, but we talked
Yeah.
about Deadpool's still going strong. I
Well,
love that.
DC's
Deadpool 6.
no no, they're Marvel. Deadpool's Marvel.
Okay, well, last time you corrected me and said it was DC.
Did I?
Yeah, it's all good, but
Oh, I thought you said something else. My mistake.
okay.
If I said that, I apologize.
Yeah, so Deadpool's still fucking kick-ass. Definitely love Deadpool. That's the only Marvel I'd really watch. Disney, like I said, I stay out of that shit. All these musicals and stuff. I mean,
I usually like if it's a musical, it can still have a good story, but like I'll actually fast forward.
Yeah,
some of the musical shit just to get back to
the Wonka. That was the last thing we saw.
I've been wanting to see that. I heard that it was like kind of good, kind of bad.
I just like.
I like the guy that's in it. The Chameleon or Chamo. Yeah, that guy. He was in the movie. It's called The King. It was about Henry V. It was a badass movie. I mean,
good actor.
I mean, the movie itself, it was about Henry V. You guys know my thing. I like to talk about history and everything. So Henry V, badass king. He essentially told the King of France, I'm taking your daughter, and our kids are gonna rule your country someday. So, fucking gangster, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, in Wonka, it's not so much gangster.
Yeah, okay, well,
kind of let it slide.
Yeah, I heard they captured an Oompa Loompa.
It's
it was like
it's the movie, like without the music. The movie was fine. It was just a typical movie, He goes through some struggles, opening a chocolate factory.
Sounds like the modern. It sounds just like a classical case of American capitalism, like struggles of starting your own business.
But it got to the point where I was just like,
but he's in it. That's in England, isn't it?
Yeah,
Willy Wonka.
Yeah,
but they're all British. Gene Wilder, the original guy that played Willy Wonka, he was American, right?
Yeah.
And so is this guy.
I think he plays a British guy in the movie. Well, I don't know if he's actually American or because there's that other guy who plays some British people, but he's American. That kid is in everything. That kid, Spider-Man kid.
Oh, he's in it too.
No, I'm saying he plays British people, but even though he's American.
No, I thought he was British. He played English people.
That's what I'm saying. Either either confusing.
These fuckers, they switch their accents. We can't tell.
But Wonka,
like Hugh Jackman, the guy like the Wolverine, the goofy fuck. Well, he's not goofy. I mean, the guy he did a pretty good job as Wolverine. I'll give him that.
Well, he's got Marvel was doing good and shit.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he does a lot of different accents. Like fucking Superman, it's supposed to be like the iconic picture of American-esque. Like fucking British. Like,
yep. And I mean, look how confused we are. We don't know. We just don't know, do we? But anyway, Wonka's good movie. The British in the movie, and like it got to a point where they were singing, and literally every problem I was like, all he has to do is sing and he'll get out.
Let me ask you a question.
All he did was sing and he got out.
He got out of the what?
No, like if he's trapped in the movie, all he has to do is sing. Like all they have to do is have a little song, and then all the problems melt away. And happy ending.
See, this is how you make kids that they just don't fucking understand real life. My problems can be fixed with singing.
Yeah,
like, it's like, this isn't
like.
High School Musical. You're not, whatever the fuck that guy's name is.
Zac Efron, but
yeah.
I didn't watch.
Actually, he just did a movie. It's called the Iron Claw, the Von Erich family. That was I heard that was supposed to be kind of good, kind of bad. The story behind the Von Erich family is very tragic. If you want to look it up. Anyways, sorry. Back to that.
Yeah, kids, they think everything can be solved with a song by watching.
I mean, okay, so what? Let me ask a question. This goes down to like dads and sons. At what age do you basically tell them like, yeah, that shit doesn't work. We gotta smack you with reality. Like, or do you just like ease into it, or you just like
it depends.
Smack them with reality really hard right away?
It depends. Are you raising kids? Like, are you raising men or are you raising
bitches?
Bitches.
Depends, doesn't it? I would say. I joke, but if I had a kid, like I'd be a sentimental dad. I'd really try.
Yeah, you don't want your kids to grow up, do you?
No, I don't think you would.
But in reality, it's probably.
I would. I think it's just like anything else. Like my idea of it. Like we don't know shit about this. Like I'm like my old man. Like it was that he was just a dad. Like you just like you do things. You see them doing bad. You correct them. You do that kind of stuff. But you try to dip them into the real world. Take them with you outside. Go do things. Like show them like jobs. Like I saw there's really one cool thing on Instagram one time. I saw there was a dad that instead of giving his kid like just the basic toy, what he did was he went to Lowe's Hardware and he got like all these different locks and all these different like door hinges and shit, and he put it on one piece of board and he gave it to the kid, and the kid loved it. He was like fixing things and understanding. It was like getting those like gears turning in his head. I think that's how you do stuff. Like just like get them, show them, introduce them to real stuff. That way they have an understanding of it. I'm not saying like take them to do your taxes or something like that, but like maybe when he's like 14. So because they don't teach that shit in school, it's.
I made a joke. My nephew in England is like 5, I think. He's a young boy.
Yeah.
And he's got asthma. So
he's got asthma.
Asthma.
Oh! I was like, where you going with this?
Anyway, he's got asthma, yeah.
Yeah.
So he needs an inhaler.
Yeah.
So basically, my brother, he was telling me how he had to call the doctors and order this inhaler. Yeah. And I was like, why don't you tell him to call the doctor?
Tell the kid to call the doctor? Here's the number, son.
He's only 5. But imagine
it's like, okay, Dad, I can't breathe. Well, here's the number. Like, okay.
Imagine the little 5-year-old. Hello, doctor.
I can't breathe. Can you put your parents on? Dad. No. You tell that guy, you figure this shit out.
Yeah.
It's character.
But yeah,
probably lifelong respiratory problems.
Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, I was just joking, but it was a laugh, Get the kid to call, but the doctor would probably deal with it. I would think. Like,
I doubt the doctor calls a kid and he's like choking for air and I need help. Like, okay, I'm gonna. It's not like, all right, who is this? Okay, quit faking. Click. Like, no, he's not gonna do that.
He wasn't choking for air. He was fine. He just needed to reorder his inhaler.
Oh.
So I said, I'd just get the kid to do it, and it's like.
Okay, I can see that. Like trying to get them involved in like understanding like what's like can you make a phone call? Yeah. Because you should. Like there's
I mean 5 is probably too young. If you've got 5-year-old kids, don't get them to order.
Well, actually, this touches I'm not gonna give any names and I'm not gonna give exact details because this actually goes into some personal things. But there is a person that I was acquainted with who passed away, and their daughter, who's very young, actually came downstairs, saw this, called the ambulance. Less than 5.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that I'm not saying that she introduced kids to like extreme real world situations, but like, yeah, like it's good to show your kid, like, what do you do in case there's a fire? What do you do in case something happens at house? Like, 911. Like, you do have to teach those kind of things because that's real.
Yeah.
Which actually, to jump into that, the other month, my fiance, she got really upset at me because I bought a fire ladder for our bedroom, So that we, she's just like shaking her head. She's like, "What the hell?" She's like, "You buy all these weird things. It's like they all have practical applications." Because I was like, I had a dream. I was like, I was like, no, go ahead. Like you already said it. No, it's not gonna show you, but you can talk.
It's just like that people that building houses waiting for the apocalypse.
Like, well, yeah, like okay.
They're building like you saw the video.
Yeah, building like a bomb shelter and stuff. Like she gets, but okay. So what it was, I was like, okay, I had a dream. There were on a fire. We got trapped in the bedroom. Guess what? We're on the second floor. That's gonna suck. Like we'll live. We're fucked up in process, probably getting out the window. So I was like, okay. I wonder if they make a ladder that you can hook on your bed on the window and just throw it out, like kind of like a rope ladder. Yeah. Well, they do, and I use this thing. Apparently, you guys know about Temu?
Yeah.
The ordering service?
Yeah.
Dude, they suck.
Yeah.
They serve a purpose. Like, you get cheap, shitty stuff, and like you get it fast, but it's like, it's annoying. Like, they're trying to like make you do all these deals and everything.
Did you have to feed a fish? Oh, did you miss that part? Nah, on Temu, yeah, the same thing you're talking about.
I have to feed a fish.
I get so many notifications from people on Facebook. Oh, please sign up to this because my sister-in-law in England, she sent me a request and then she was telling my brother, "Oh, tell him to sign up." And I was like, "Why?" And then my brother explained to me that for every person who signs up, they get fish food for this like digital fish, and if they feed the fish for so many days, they get like 10 free products from that website.
Everybody's got a fucking ploy in this world, I
so
swear.
It just boosts the. But anyway, you were saying.
Yeah, no, I got this ladder, but it was like they kept on showing me all these things. I got a little head scratcher, and I got like that's where I got the magnet fishing thing. They try to trap you. But yeah, I got that, and then I got one of those little things that you break windows with if you're trapped in your car. So I got each one of those, and it was $3 tonight. I'm sorry. Like I'm not sorry. It could save our lives. And
yeah.
But I got it, and I stuck it in the side, the driver's side, little
pocket.
Yeah, pocket.
Door pocket. Yeah.
Called dog pocket.
Door
pocket. I was like, you shouldn't put your dog in there. No, but I put it right in there. But anyways, it was like, I get things for practical applications sometimes. I got that. No, but she made fun of me. She's like, what? I was like, all right. Nobody ever thinks they're going to have a fire in their house until they do.
Well, we went to another extreme the other day. So I woke up and my wife, she's on her phone and she's scrolling. And she was like, I've just got a feeling, because there was a storm the other day. She's like, I've just got a feeling that it's going to be the apocalypse. And I was like, okay. She's shaking her head because she didn't say that, everybody. But anyway, I'm just making this whole story up. That's not what I said. I know, but it's not, whatever. It's not based on reality.
Chime in time.
Okay, so
you're not
I relate to what Seth is saying, because in our relationship,
she says she relates to what Seth is saying. I don't know if they can hear your audio.
You can put subtitles.
Okay. No, they could probably hear them.
Because it's these mics.
That's it?
Yeah.
So they can't hear them.
Yeah, right.
It's just the mics. But
dude, we should have.
We're gonna have the other mics.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get other mics.
But you can put subtitles. You should be able to.
I'll just put a caption. At this point, my wife was correcting me.
She's agreeing with me, as my wife would agree with Earl, my fiance.
Yeah, so
I'm the one that thinks.
Hold on, I'll just tell this story. Let me just tell this story. So, I was like, I woke up and she's scrolling, and she says she's got a feeling it's the apocalypse, or it's coming very soon. She says, and what would you do? Because she had to go to work. She said, what would you do if the apocalypse started and I was at work? Would you come and get me? I said, yeah. She said, but what if you got trapped? You don't want me to wait up. We don't want to get disconnected. So then, before she went to work that day, we made a plan. If there's an apocalypse today or ever, I will wait at home for 1 day, and then I will come to look for you. So that's the plan. That's what we agreed to.
Okay.
I said 48 hours.
No, she said 2 days. right? And then as I was like waving her goodbye, I ran outside to tell her, just one day, because 2 days is way too much. I'm not going to sit on my ass for 2 days waiting for her to come back from work. It's only a fucking 25-minute drive. I'm not going to wait for 2 days for her to come.
So this brings up a good point that I want to ask you about.
The movie industry. No.
Well, I mean, it kind of goes. There's a lot of movies about the apocalypse. Armageddon. One where Charlton Heston presses the button, blows up the world. There's a lot of different shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
How even Planet of the Apes has a kind of thing like that. But so, what do you mean by apocalypse? Because apocalypse means the end of the fucking world.
Well,
the world ends and we're dead.
Nah. So
then it doesn't matter how long you wait. You're gonna die.
The apocalypse, zombie apocalypse.
Okay, it can happen.
Yeah.
Biologically fucked up situation.
Zombie
that can
apocalypse,
happen.
or like an apocalypse where they turn off the Wi-Fi. Then we're screwed.
So when you say apocalypse, you mean like worldwide crisis. You don't mean like the end of the world. People die.
I mean, people would die.
Well, people will die, but not everybody.
People would think it's the end of the world.
World War III.
All right, we're back. Where do we leave off, Earl?
I was telling the apocalypse story, but I think I already told it.
All right.
And then you said you had a point to add to it.
Oh yeah. Well, the one point in there was that Carmen said she can agree with me, but she can't agree with you.
No.
But no. Well, but I'm not. She didn't say that outright. But I'm just saying, like general. I'm saying generally though. Why is it that our significant others are more willing to believe other people than ourselves?
Because they know us. They know us. Basically, yeah. Well, I'm speaking for my wife. But basically, we went into a shop the other day, and I saw some fucking perfume or something smelly, and I said, "Oh, this is lavender." She said, "You don't like lavender?" The fuck do you know? What the fuck? I was like, "I love lavender." Oh, it's disgusting. So, I mean, my wife.
They know us better than ourselves.
I think that's what it is. That's what it is.
I think it's also they've seen us do some incredibly stupid shit, and they're like, "There's no way that individual could possibly have a good point." Yeah. Because I know she's seen me do some stuff where it's like even I had to stop, and say, "Yeah, that's pretty fucking dumb."
Yeah, and I think that's what it is.
Can I add to the point just before I?
If you speak loud, yeah.
So what I meant is that I can relate because in our relationship, and this is where you interrupted me before, is that I am the one that is thinking about like these things, like survival things. Like I'm thinking about in our garage making a whole shelf so that we can put provisions to like last 30 days. Possibility buying guns.
Yeah, no, you're correct. You do think about that. That's because I don't have anxiety. I'm just saying, all those things are kind of anxiety related, aren't they? We're gonna get burgled.
We'll see how well talking shit goes for when he gets home today.
The house is gonna catch on fire. There's gonna be an apocalypse. It's gonna be a disaster. We need all this shit, and I'm like, yeah. Sure.
I think it's. I mean, I agree. I think there's a lot of stuff that you do have to think about your safety, and I think well, it's just like anything else in a relationship. There's always going to be one person that's thinking about one thing. Anytime you have a conversation about something, one person's going to feel more strongly about than the other. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be about safety. It could be about finances. It could be about cards or anything.
And it's not like I don't. It's not like I disagree with what she says. I agree. We need fire extinguishers. I agree. We need more water. Like we need more supplies of things. I agree. We need to fix the fire alarms. I agree that we need to have a plan for the apocalypse.
Like every time, I know that you guys can't see this, but every time you say I agree, I can see her face just like it's like as if she's taking a bite of cake. It's just like, oh god, that's so good.
Yeah, so I agree, and it's on video, everybody.
Yeah,
we're not just talking shit. I'm telling the truth. I agree.
I think that's a good thing about our podcast. So we do think of it from a non-biased standpoint for the most part. I don't know if we've ever said anything that we didn't actually examine both sides of the thought process. Even when it comes to like liberal comments that I don't like per se, I try to see if there's some credence in what they're talking about. Like when we talked about like conservative versus or or like communism's like the idea behind it's beautiful. Just impractical.
Yeah, we do consider two sides, but maybe not. I mean, everybody has those like unconscious bias. That's what they tell us, unconscious bias. So surely we do. Surely we don't fully look. We don't fully investigate the other side.
We try, but we're not perfect.
Like the other day when we talked about Michelle Obama, you said you had no idea of that stuff that I told you.
That's true. I didn't know. I did not know she was even a lawyer.
And that completely changed.
It did. Because I was like, what has she ever done in her own right except sleep with the president?
And I was like, she used to be a lawyer.
I was like, but, my fiance just like, she's like, oh my god, I can't believe you said that.
In your defense, I only knew that she used to be a lawyer because I got a free ebook.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, a free audio book. Otherwise, I'd be just saying the same thing.
That's true.
So you don't know what you don't know.
That's a damn good point.
You don't know what you don't know.
But to what I said just a minute ago, I truly do think one of the reasons, at least my fiance, she agrees with other people. She's seen me do some pretty stupid shit, and she's like, yeah, it's. She's like, I'm not gonna go into depth on everything, but like I've done, guys. Like if you do a split at a wedding party and your buddy picks you up like from both sides like of your hands and they lift you up and all of a sudden like you just start dancing like the Carlton, like yeah, once you see that, it's kind of hard to trust
that guy.
Huh? Yeah, how can I trust like I love him, but how can I trust that man making any good decision? And she's like, it's true. Everything he just said is true.
No, you're correct actually, because like the other day when I woke up on the bathroom floor.
Yeah.
Like how can you trust that guy?
Yeah, especially like now we know kind of when they say like we don't know if we want to have kids. Like maybe they do, maybe they just don't. They just maybe they're just like with us. These two are just we can't possibly.
Yeah.
How can we infect the population with these two?
Yeah, how can you be a dad when you wake up on the bathroom floor naked? I mean,
okay, but as a statistic, how many times have you done that in the last year?
That's exactly what I said.
That's less than 1%. That's less than a third of a percent.
I said, when was the last time I did that? She said it was a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago.
Statistically, I would take those odds to fucking Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. That he's not going to do that on a daily basis.
Yeah. There you go. So
there you go. And I mean, use science against you two.
That's it.
There's snarky comebacks.
They're just dead silent, man.
Dead silent.
That's how you win. That's how you
fucking win. I don't. They're gonna hate.
I mean, let's just say if there's no episode 6,
Yeah. We're coming on like we have.
We're getting too far.
We have like a sandal beside our head, making a full apology on camera. It's like I apologize for everything I said. My wife, my fiance, they're the greatest. They're right.
Well,
yeah. She's like, that's sad. You do it. You do what I say.
Well, to be honest, that's what we said we would do. If we messed up, we would just do an apology video, right? Like everyone else.
Yeah, because no one fucking means it.
Yeah. And it's not like those 3 guys really care. I mean,
our 3 guys, they don't give a fuck.
No, they're just sitting down.
Our 3 guys are the greatest 3 guys in the world.
The most loyal guys.
These fuckers would go to war for us.
They would. 3 guys.
I could take them to hell and back, and they would be completely fine with me.
Yeah, we appreciate
those 3 guys.
Viewership, yeah, for sure. I mean, they're going to be...
I don't care if we have 150,000 followers. Those fucking 3 guys, they're going to be the ones.
Yeah, well, we're still going to say it, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to change the numbers.
It's always going to be those 3 guys. Yeah. I would take them as my personal bodyguards. I would trust them with my social security number and my fucking life.
Yeah, I would let them carry the fucking casket.
Oh yeah, well, you guys are pallbearers.
Yeah, for sure. Ride or die, mate.
Fucking right. I mean, this is like when Vin Diesel says "family" in Fast 5.
Yeah,
those are those 3 guys.
Oh, speaking, I don't watch Fast and Furious anymore. I think. Well, I watched 1. Obviously, 1 was great. 2 was awesome. 3 was 3 before Tokyo Drift.
All right, that's where it gets confusing. Okay, so you got 1, then you got 2, which is Tokyo Drift, and then you got 3.
Nah, 2 is with that guy.
Oh yeah. It's
undercover cop guy.
Yeah. Okay, so you got 1 and 2 that follow each other. 3's Tokyo Drift, which is actually in the future, and then you got 4, which goes back to right after the second one, and then you go up to like 7, and then and then that's actually where Tokyo Drift was supposed to be. And then you started going into this weird thing where they brought Jason Statham was his brother was the bad guy in like 7, but Jason Statham was supposed to be worse than his brother. And
7.
then he turned up being like really good. Then he was like fucking around with the Rock, and they're like humping each other's legs and shit. Like it was just like I don't know. I kind of got turned.
You said
off
7. How many is there?
Dude, there's like fucking 10.
Wow.
Or 12. I don't know. Then they had this weird thing with Jason. Like I said, Jason Statham.
You still
and the
watch
Rock.
all of them then?
I quit watching it when Jason Statham popped it. Like the last one that I watched was when they went to England, and the bad guy. Like I thought that was a good movie, and then the ending of it was actually good, where the bad guy was in the hospital bed.
You spoiled it for me.
Dude, it's been out since like 2016. If they haven't seen it, fuck them.
Yeah.
But it's like Jason Statham was like the brother of the bad guy, and you're like, oh shit. And then like he's in the next one, and you're like, oh shit.
And then they start humping each other.
And then it's like it just got weird. It's like him and the Rock, and then like the Rock. Don't get me wrong, like he did a lot of cool movies and everything, but then it got weird. Like he became like this.
Oh yeah, the Rock came back. Like Stallone came back into the movies, didn't he? Like,
well, it was like the Rock. Like he did a lot of cool things. He actually started this cool company with his previous wife. It was called like $7 or something because when he was like really broke. His story is actually really inspiring. Yeah. But then like just like anything else, when somebody, like I said, when people get to a certain level, they get weird. Like they start to kind of believe their own bullshit, if you know what I mean.
What we talked about in that episode where that rock star like had all those, like he didn't give a shit about his wife. Remember?
Oh yeah, that guy. Dude, fuck that guy.
Yeah,
I mean, truly, I'm gonna have to look him up. I don't have my phone.
When you get to a certain level,
dude, like I'm serious. Like they actually start to believe the bullshit that they're talking about.
Or they believe the bullshit that the fans are saying. You're the greatest.
I'll give you a good example of this. Jamie Foxx, he gave a good example of him doing comedy. When he first started doing comedy, he was appealing to the people that he was doing comedy for. Like he was going to the clubs, and people loved him and everything. And then he got a little bit of fame, he got a little bit of money, and what he did, he started changing his jokes to fit his own personal lifestyle. But he didn't realize that his lifestyle no longer translates to everyone, like normal blue collar guys.
So he was saying people weren't relating to it.
Exactly. He was saying like, oh, like you guys know how it is when you're driving down the road in your Range Rover, and everyone's like, dude, fuck off.
Yeah.
And he was saying this. I think it was on the Joe Rogan podcast.
He didn't realize it.
He didn't realize it. And then he said, people were like started booing me or something along those lines, and he was like, it was like a smack and rowdy. He's like, okay. All right, I can't like, feed him my own bullshit. You have to remember, like, if you're talking, you
have to remember who you're talking to.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're talking to a blue collar guy, you need to talk with a blue collar guy.
You don't say, oh, last week I went to the bar and we like got I paid for everybody's drinks and it was like $1 million on the tab. And I paid that shit. And
like if you start traveling all over the world and you're like, oh my god, it was so amazing when I was taking, creme brulee inside of the Louvre, and you're like, people are like, dude, fuck you. I don't care.
We need to remember that when we
get famous. We gotta always remember what the three guys. The three guys. I mean, it's the 3-guy rule.
Yeah.
That didn't sound right at all.
The
3-guy rule. That's.
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah, we're not. We'll just call it the rule. Something along those lines. Just remember where he came from. How about that, people? Just don't.
Oh, that was like. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna talk about the. We got another comment on it. Wasn't someone DM'd me and said because we were talking about a name for the.
Oh God, what did he say?
Because we were talking about a name for the podcast in the first episode. So after they saw the first episode, he sent me a message of a name suggestion. The Two Heterosexuals Podcast, something like that. So that was a laugh.
Why do you have to make that distinction? Like, I mean, holy shit! Like, did he think we were gay?
No, because we were talking about how two peas in a podcast.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we were
Oh,
talking
that's right.
Two Peas in a Podcast. That was the name that ChatGPT suggested. We said it was a little bit on that side, for two straight guys.
You said it sounded homosexual.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it did.
For two straight guys in a downstairs alone and doing a podcast, it's a bit that way.
Yeah, why do you think we got our wives down here?
So that's why. Yeah, so that's why he's texted me. That's why he DM'd me saying the two heterosexuals.
Our wives found out about our podcast. They're like, no. We're going to be there from now on.
Yeah, we're not having you two guys alone anymore.
All right. Did we get any other comments? Because so to touch base on what we've done so far today, we talked about the comments that we got, or the question we got regarding.
Yeah, but did we talk about it?
Huh?
Did we talk about the movie industry?
I think we did.
We touched it.
I mean, we talk shit on them really quick. We were saying that there's a lot of fucked up people doing a lot of fucked up shit. It tends to happen when you have money.
Name some of your favorite films if you've got any. Like, just throw some fucking.
Boondock Saints is fucking good, man.
Oh, what?
Boondock Saints.
Never heard of that one, mate.
Fuck you.
Have you heard of Dog Soldiers?
Dog Soldiers.
Fucking amazing.
What is it? What's it about? Tell me.
Werewolves. It's about werewolves.
Is this a sci-fi movie?
No, it's about these group of soldiers. They go on like a practice run. They get dropped somewhere.
Oh, wait. Is this with Tom Berenger?
Who's Tom?
Like from the 90s?
It's old.
Dog Soldiers, you said?
Dog Soldiers. It's a British show. They're all British.
But wasn't it based in the United States? It was like they run across an Indian tribe or something like that?
No, this is different.
I think there is a movie called Dog Soldiers like that with Tom.
They get dropped somewhere for the practice mission.
Yeah.
They've only got blanks on the weapons.
Oh, I think it's like kind of shitty CGI.
I don't even think there is. I don't think there's that much CGI in it. We need to sit down. I'm not going to ruin it. But basically, they get dropped in this place. And they find all these like carcasses of something's been fucking eating something, something big. And then I think at one point they're sitting around a campfire and something like falls from the top of the mountain and it's a dead fucking cow that's been absolutely destroyed. And then basically they get attacked by werewolves. So they go to this, they run through the fucking woods and they find a cabin to hide out for the night.
I think I saw it. I think I might change the channel on it. Not gonna lie.
So good, mate. What was your movie?
Boondock Saints, brother.
What's that about?
I used to have the original Boondock Saints that came out. This is a kind of wild story. Boondock Saints is like a cult following. It didn't do good at the box office. I don't think. I don't even know if it actually got released in theaters. It might only got released in a couple of them. But the background story is they're coming out this movie. It's about these two brothers. They feel like they have a mission from God to go through the city of Boston, just wiping out the crime, the Russian mafia, and all this kind of stuff. Really good. But what happened? Do you know anything about the Columbine school shooting that took place in 1998 or 1999? Okay, so this was. Remember when we were talking about school shootings and all that kind of stuff for a while? So this was kind of like the one that started it all. Columbine, you had these two kids. They were kind of like their own kind of nerdy outcasts. And one day, they came into school with black trench coats, and they just started shooting people. Absolute tragedy. It opened America's eyes up to what these possibilities were, and it really touched the nation as a whole. And it was kind of like the first time it ever happened. Well, guess what was supposed to, at least, this is a story that I always heard. So if I'm wrong, sorry. But anyways.
You three guys, correct us in the comments.
But anyways, guess what was supposed to be released like a week, the same fucking week that this was supposed to happen?
This movie,
which is about these two guys just going around just fucking blowing people away. And they're like, we can't have that. That just can't be done. Not right now. So I think what happened was they only got released in like a few movie theaters. Then it kind of like went to VHS. And then my understanding is that over time, people kind of started finding out about it through like Blockbuster, and they started renting it, and it became like really big. And then like guys in college and fraternities, they'd watch it, like sitting around, drinking beer and shit, and they're like, "What are we going to watch? We're going to watch fucking Boondock Saints because it's the shit," which actually is. But anyways, it's a great movie, but it was not successful financially originally, in part due to the Columbine school shooting.
On that point about like good movies that we could watch, I can't set up my laptop because I need to get a new battery, but we could set up the phones, yeah, and we could like show that part of the room and we could watch a movie.
Give our commentary on
and
it.
as long as we're doing commentary, it's fair use. I'm pretty sure. So
okay.
It's good.
We're gonna have to check on that,
especially
with our
if the
legal
movie's
team.
old enough.
Yeah, we're gonna have to check with our legal team.
Yeah, but
I'm
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Or all of YouTube and Google.
Or another thing we could do is we could record that, and then we could just cut up the parts where we actually did commentary.
I think that's how we would do it.
And that way,
just like,
just
and
clips,
I think you can
movie.
do it if you don't put sound on it. If you don't put sound on the movie,
yeah. But I think even if you did, no one, because if we're talking, I'll just clip the parts where we actually talk.
Yeah.
And that way, it's fair use basically because we're
and so many people are gonna be able to know the movie by just the scenes. They'll know we're talking. We'll tell them the movie.
It's an old movie, so they'll be able to fucking pick it up for $1 on fucking Amazon.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea.
Amazon anyway.
That's a good idea, man.
I think so, because then we can watch Dog Soldiers.
We can watch Dog Soldiers. We can watch Boondock Saints.
Dog Soldiers. Boondock Saints.
Boondock Saints, Dog Soldiers. I'm telling you, guys, we got ideas. You three guys out there.
You've seen Seven. Seven's another one.
Oh, it's Brad Pitt.
I don't know.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I love the fucking ending on that one. It's so fucking good.
Glad he killed that fucker.
Seven, that's a good movie, guys. Watch that one. Watch Dog Soldiers. Watch Boondock Saints. Seven, and any others.
I mean, pretty much all the movies that guys we were like. It's kind of like there's a point at which I'm pretty sure every guy could agree with this. There's a point that we all understand we have a breaking point. Like a legit point where it's like most people don't get there, but you've reached a limit where you don't care about what happens to you, and you kind of go forward with a mission that you know it's going to get you in trouble.
Yeah.
And we kind of like to watch that because we all have that. We know that it could happen.
Or we don't want it to happen, but
yeah, we do.
We want to be that guy, don't we?
Yeah, we want to be that guy.
John Wick. We want to be Keanu Reeves.
Everybody wants to detach from their mundane jobs and just hit that spot where they're just like the ultimate badass, even though we know it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, any movie with Keanu Reeves is fucking sick. Except that one. Have you seen that movie? Who was talking to me about it? It's where it's
John Wick's a good movie.
Yeah, John Wick, Speed 2.
Speed 2, he's not in.
Oh, he's not in Speed 2, but anyway.
That movie sucks. Everybody, Speed 2, don't watch it.
Okay. What about Keanu? There's that one where there's that big invasion in there, alien invasion.
2012? No. The Day the Earth Stood Still.
I think that's it. Yeah. That's a decent one. That's okay. Keanu in it.
The Matrix.
All of the Matrix. I don't care what anyone says. All of the Matrix are good.
I didn't like the ending of the third one.
Why?
Because he's not the one.
I don't think he was ever the one.
That was the whole fucking premise of the first one.
Disagree with you. Completely disagree on it. Agent Smith is the one. Keanu Reeves is just a pawn being controlled by the machines to get Agent Smith back to the source. Restart the Matrix.
See, that pisses me off because it's the same thing as like fucking Game of Thrones. The way they ended that shit, it pissed everyone off. Like, okay, I get if you want to fuck with people for the first 75% of anything, but by God, give them what the fuck they want for the last 25.
Well, I mean, they ruined it. The Matrix Resurrections, the newest one, I think they kind of ruined it because they make Trinity, like, now Trinity is the one. And now, no, take it back. Now, together, Neo and Trinity are the one.
See, this is the kind of stupid shit that Disney's doing right now.
Yeah, that's the shit.
The Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anakin was.
Yeah.
Vader was supposed to be the chosen one. All right. Everyone's shaking their head right now. Yeah, Disney, you fucked it for all of us, and we don't like you for it. Okay, I understand you fired that woman that was trying to like change things, but it didn't help. Okay, we're still mad about that. On a lighthearted note, I do like Star Wars.
I don't like the new ones.
I don't. I thought they did. I think what
The
they
old
tried to
ones are
do with
amazing.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, the TV show, did you see that?
Mm-mm.
It was actually pretty good. Where they give well, if you didn't see it, I'm not going to spoil. But I think they tried with that.
I'm not going to watch it, so you can tell.
Okay. Well, anyways. What?
Rogue One. Yeah, Rogue One. That was the best. I thought that was.
Yeah, but they fucked up when they went farther down that storyline.
Well, the movie itself.
Rogue One, where they get like Rey and all that kind of stuff, the girl.
No. Rogue One's like a separate story.
Oh, is that the one where it's leading up to
and it's
Darth Vader like gets them at the end of the movie?
All I know about Rogue One is I liked it because it's not a happy ending.
They both die. They were sitting on the beach and they die, right?
Yeah, it's the ship. The whole ship.
Yeah, but the ones that actually delivered it to the ship, they'd end up sitting there on the beach waiting for the world to end, right? They're kind of like sitting there as like
possibly. I don't.
Kind of like a group tragedy.
I like.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about like
the newest Star Wars.
Yeah, where the girl ends up becoming
completely
the fucking
wrong. Completely
son
wrong.
of the clone of Palpatine, and she's the one. And
that's
the
what we're
Force
talking
created.
about.
It's just
the
like
woke bullshit.
Like, yeah, you fucked up, Disney.
Yeah, it should have been. That'd have been so good.
They did so many changes.
Even the title.
They had like 20 fucking years to figure out a good way to do it, and
title,
they didn't.
Yeah, the title, The Force Awakens, because we already saw Luke's story, yeah, and then you want to see Princess Leia's story because the Force is like unconscious, and The Force Awakens would have been badass to bring her in, and she's a female. She'd be a female lead.
Yeah, everybody wants to put fucking women in this stuff.
I mean,
empowerment and all that kind of bullshit.
Go with the flow. That'd go with the flow of the, like it'd go with it. With at least acknowledge it, you know.
It could have been, but they fucked up. They took the basic principles of the storyline and just shredded it apart. Yeah. It's like if you have a basic premise, keep it.
Everyone loves it. Just fucking repeat it. Just do it.
Exactly. Again. It's like an AC/DC song. It's the same fucking chords, but it sounds great.
And everyone loves it. Like the fucking any Keanu Reeves movie. It's Keanu kicking ass every time.
It's like
rinse,
recycle, repeat.
Yeah.
And if you want to change something up, do it with the whole new franchise. Don't fuck up one that's already in existence.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much, actually, that's a good point. That's our philosophy on movies. Is like, it's okay to have a good franchise. Rinse, recycle, repeat. Keep on doing it. Fucking Land Before Time. You know how many of them sons of bitches they made?
Well, we were talking about Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
They've clearly messed up though. Something's going on.
They went weird, but for a while there, they were just rinse, recycle, repeat, and it was good. It was good. Okay.
And then they wanted to change it.
I mean, also Paul Walker died, so.
I mean, that was number 2.
What?
That was the second one, wasn't it?
No, that was like after Fast 6 or something like that. So I guess if you have like it's kind of like in a band where lead singer dies or something like that.
Well, Paul Walker was in the 4th.
He was in Fast 5 and Fast 6.
Oh, well, I totally dropped off then. So.
Yeah, but okay, like I'll give you that then. Like if you have a major person die, maybe just stop as. Well, there's a lot of money to be made.
You know what?
I get it, but like
in the old British TV shows, there's a TV show that I watch all the time called Red Dwarf. I watch it every single night religiously. I watch one episode before I go to sleep every night. So big secret there. But anyway, and when I finish I finish all the 12 seasons. I start again on episode 1, and I do it every single night. I watch an episode before I go to sleep. Red Dwarf, best British TV show. But anyway, on Red Dwarf, there's this girl called Kachansky. In the first season, she's a Scottish woman, and then spoiler, all the crew dies, and then in like season 6, Kachansky comes back. They find another dimension and they bring Kachansky back. She's a totally different woman. And
pisses you off?
Everyone, no, totally cool with it. In fact, I like the second woman better.
Really? Why? They just did it right.
Well,
like everyone else is dead, so she's the only thing you got.
I don't know. I like the personality of the second woman better because she's more she's what posh. She's like posh. You know what posh means? Is that posh a British word?
Posh is proper.
Yeah, she's more proper.
Yeah.
And the guy, the main character, is like a slob. Yeah,
Mhm.
like that's why I watch it every night. Anyway, because it's just
Beauty
like.
and the Beast.
But basically, the Scottish girl, she seems kind of rough in the first season. She's
Yeah.
like, rough around the edges.
Yeah.
But this girl that comes in later, she's like proper. She's like posh, and she's like, because the slob guy's always trying to get the girl, obviously, but the girl's way out of his league, and that's how it plays throughout the rest of the show. The girl's way out of his league. I think that's how it should really go. But going back to my point, she didn't die or anything. I think they just recast the woman, but everyone's cool with it. And there's another British show called Goodnight Sweetheart, and it's like fucking 4 seasons. You get this one. It's about a guy who goes back in time to like the 1950s, 1940s during the war.
Yeah.
And he goes to an old pub in England, and he travels back to the future to and from. He's married in the future, in the present. He's married, but he goes back in time and he falls in love with a barmaid.
Yeah.
And anyway, for the first 4 seasons, this barmaid's the same woman, the same actress. But then one episode, like one random episode, she's a totally different woman. And now you've got another 4 seasons of this totally different woman.
Pulled a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, man.
But you get used to it. I think.
Change Yvonne.
Oh, they change Yvonne. Yeah, but I don't even notice when they change. They change his wife as well. But I honestly don't even notice because his wife's a total fucking bitch. Like in the show, and you don't even really pay attention to her. What you really want is, the romance. It's all about the romance between the bar lady and the guy.
Yeah.
The fact that he's married doesn't really matter. Like, it's a good show. You agree? It's a good show.
It's entertaining. It does perpetuate infidelity.
I get. Well, no, it's not because he's not cheating on her. He tells his wife.
He's not cheating in the same
But he's
year.
trying.
No, he tells his wife there's no woman alive.
Oh, so he's banging in the past tense.
He travels in time, so he goes from the.
It's okay if you do it in history, kids.
His wife's like, are you cheating on me? She's like, are you cheating on me? And he's like, I love no other woman alive comes close to you. And it's not wrong. The ladies in the past are like,
nah, man, that's not cool.
It's good because only he can travel. No, but it's hilarious because the wife's onto him. Yeah, she knows he's up to something. And so the whole comedy of it is he's on one episode, he goes to a restaurant with his wife.
Yeah. And
he sneaks through the toilet window and goes back in time because he's having 2 dates at once because the woman in the past, it's during the war, so there's like airstrikes and stuff. So he comes in and he pretends it's for the intelligence. That's his cover. So he goes in and he's like, "Oh, I've got to go," because there's some.
You do realize that this man could literally go into that moment in the past at any fucking time. He was just horny.
Yeah.
That's cheating. He's fucked. He's not a good guy.
He makes some damn good money though.
He does. But what I'm saying is that he's getting out of a date with his wife to go back to a point in history. He couldn't wait till after dinner to do that.
I mean, you make a good point, but it's a comedy,
Okay, all right.
That's the whole point of the show.
Okay, no, I get you.
It's not gonna be like it wouldn't be a show if he did that.
All right, fair enough.
It's just a joke.
I just fucked with the premise.
But it's a damn good show. I fucking look. Good Night, Sweetheart. If anyone's gonna watch it,
It's a song.
If you're in America,
Good night, sweetheart.
If you're in America, you can find it on BritBox, and if you're in England, you can find it on fucking BBC iPlayer.
You know what American TV show I like? Frasier.
I mean,
did you ever watch it?
I've seen some of it,
dude. I like it. I thought it was funny as shit. Like the original, not the one they just came out with. They brought Niles back in this one. I would have watched it, but I'm not going to. Fucking Niles and Frasier, they're the two brothers. They're back and forth banter. It's funny as shit.
I don't. American humor, it faded away. I don't understand it. Like Friends or some shit like that. Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory wasn't bad. I'll tell you what it is. A lot of the stuff, it's just like anything else. We drank the Kool-Aid. It's the the laugh factory that they have in the background. They play it, like anytime they make a joke, they hit the laugh button. You kind of like you force yourself to laugh. You kind of start to like trick your mind to believe that it's actually funny.
Mm-hmm.
But once they broke that fifth wall, is it the fourth wall, or fifth wall?
Fourth wall?
When you say that saying, like breaking the fourth wall, breaking the fifth wall, what is that?
No, it's like in Deadpool to break the fourth wall when Deadpool looks at the camera and says,
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
Fourth
Like
wall.
when you kind of like break it yourself, like you're telling the audience what is happening.
yeah,
Yeah, it's almost like that.
yeah, fourth wall.
Yeah.
Also, if it's mainstream, a lot of people say that they like it.
Yeah.
It's like the Stanley Cup situation that's going on.
I don't watch hockey. I have nothing. I think hockey would be great.
It's not hockey related.
Stanley Cups?
Yeah, I knew it was something. Remember, I was like, "Oh, what's the Stanley Cup?" Wait, there's like a jug. It's called Stanley. You get drink. You can pour drinks in it. A tumbler. It's a mug.
Straw.
Oh, I was gonna say. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, is it even hockey season?
No, but it's a mug. It's going crazy right now
Oh yeah.
because there was a viral video.
Let me ask you guys a question. This is completely off. Well, it's not completely off topic because we touched on this. Do you guys have like your cabinet that you put all your cups in? How many of those do you actually use?
I use a lot of them.
Because I don't know why, but it's like my mom's house, my dad's house, and it's starting to be our house. We always end up having like 150 cups that we just don't use. I use like this. I have like two of these and two little ones, and I use them, and that's all I use. Well, we have like 15 different coffee mugs, and then we have like the Stanley cups, and we have these workout cups. I'm like, who the fuck is using this, and what kind of like little gnome is putting them in my house? Like,
What, you're looking at me? She's looking at me, so I have to.
Because
Okay, I have to confess. Yeah.
it's you, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been putting those mugs in your house.
She's doing it for us.
No, so
She fell asleep. She's done with this.
Yeah, I had a.
She's like, you guys aren't that
he
funny.
is addicted to mugs.
I was.
Every time we go to a store and he looks at a coffee cup, he's like, I want this.
I was addicted to cups, but the problem is, I was addicted to cups because I was selling them on eBay for a nice amount of money because there's this thing called Mug Life, MUG Life, Mug Life, instead of Thug Life.
Yeah.
It's called Mug Life. And these people go crazy for mugs online.
Really?
Crazy on eBay for mugs. You go to TJ Maxx, yeah? You buy them, you look online at the mug, the same mug from TJ Maxx, you look on eBay, it's selling at double the price. So you buy it from TJ Maxx and you sell it on eBay. You can get free boxes from USPS, yeah? Free boxes, they'll give you the boxes. The mug size boxes, like 4x7 boxes. Then you buy some bubble wrap, it's cheap from the fucking dollar store, and you ship the mugs to the people. Now I was making some money on Mug Life. So then I kept buying mugs because I was selling mugs. But then what happened is they stopped.
She's like, where's the money? Where's this fucking money coming from?
Then they stopped selling.
Oh, they stopped selling them.
So I was still buying them, thinking they still sell. So then we ended up with like loads of mugs.
We must have donated like 100 cups.
But the problem with mugs is they don't.
Year.
The problem with mugs is they don't break.
They don't.
I can break them.
Yeah, I can break them, but you don't. Like you said, you've got 50,000 mugs. How many mugs have you broke this year? So at the rate I was buying mugs were not getting broken or damaged. So obviously
the break rate was not
exactly
equaling the buy rate.
Like yeah,
not proportional.
So we had a lot of mugs until we moved, and I said I don't want the mugs anymore because I'm getting a lot of shit for buying mugs. So now I've stopped buying mugs, but I do appreciate mug life and the value of mugs.
Me personally, I think she's just getting them because like from our work or like where we go somewhere, or friends and family get us mugs because, and it's just like I don't fucking use them, man.
But I work from home, so
I
drink coffee every day. I drink multiple drinks, and then if I use the same coffee cup, it gets all fucking, coffee stained. Mm-hmm. So I have to switch through the mugs because they get all stained. And it's really like if you use the same coffee mug, it gets disgusting. You have to switch mugs. So we got some white mugs and we got some black mugs. So I use the black mugs, but then I switch because I like the white mugs better. I do like the white mugs better. I don't know
But
why.
you don't like them because they get dirty.
They get so stained, and it's really difficult to scrub those coffee stains off those white mugs.
Guys, like I really didn't think this rabbit hole was gonna. I didn't think this was gonna amount to more than like 25 seconds. We got on like a 10-minute conversation about fucking mugs.
Fucking mug life. I might as well have a tattoo like Tupac. Mug life.
Mug life, no regrets.
Yeah. You want to know how
no
I got
regrets? Not even one letter.
Yeah. Want to know how I got into mugs? I was watching this guy called Gary V. Gary V.
I think I've heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah, he talks about like how to grow on social media and how to like.
Yeah.
He there was this thing during COVID, morning tea with Gary V.
Yeah.
I used to watch it every day while I was working.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, mug life, mate. Gary V introduced me to the mug life, and you can make some money. You can make some money
if you sell them.
Yeah, you just got to find the right mug. Like
there wasn't any shade at all behind that statement.
I did sell a few, quite a lot. But I did
so
sell.
what are you guys gonna do with them now? You gonna throw them away? You gonna sell
No,
them?
when we
No,
moved.
I donated them.
When we moved, we got rid of them, and now I don't buy mugs because I was addicted. Okay, mug life is real.
I swear, it was like 100+ cups that we donated to
Goodwill.
Goodwill.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, fair enough.
100 mugs.
Carmen, where are we at right now?